Hi there. We're going to go through the process of building a strike point and installing it into the ceiling. The first step we're going to do is open the box carefully and inspect the contents. The goal is to make sure that nothing is damaged in the process. For the strike point installation today, we are going to need our four corners, which already are pre-tabled. So we're going to pull those out and lay them out. We are going to need our ACP hooks, which are here. There are some other versions that have magnets and or bus strut hardware. We are also going to utilize our quick connects at the top and our corner beads to cover up the corners and mend everything together at the top. The first thing we're going to do is pull out our strike point graphics. There are two sides and two ends. We're going to inspect them for any damage that may have occurred in shipping. These appear to be very good and no damage has taken place. So we're going to unwrap these and get to the assembly process. So as I said, we have two sides which we're going to lay out. And we have the left and right end that we are also going to utilize. The rest of the graphics are in the bottom, and they go to the store manager and or the store personnel that are going to be installing the second part of the graphics. So we've unpacked the entire box contents. Again, some graphics go off to the store personnel to install. We are going to be building the strike point. So the first step in the strike point is to put the corners on the ends. And so we're going to take the end piece, making sure the orientation is to the top, and our cable corner is also going to be going to the top. So we are going to position it just like this on the edge. Going to make sure everything lines up, and then we're going to peel the carrier layer of the vinyl off. And peel the entire piece off, including the upper portion that's not hung up there. Making sure, as you set this down, that the end is aligned to the edge of the board. Then with your thumb, you're going to put pressure on all the way down and put that piece down. You're going to repeat that process on the other side of both ends. We have repeated the process by putting both corner support pieces in place on both the ends, and now we're going to start the process of building the sides with the ends and connecting it all together. Once we've completed putting the four corner braces on both ends, we're going to connect the first side panel to the first corner. You're going to want to do this on a flat surface so that you can align both the side and the corner, carefully squaring up both pieces before you stick them together. The idea is to have it be very square, both at the top and the bottom, and then bring the pieces together carefully so that this side panel is even with the other board. And then you're going to carefully push it together and run your fingers up and down the corner to complete the adhesive onto the strike point. After we've done the first corner, we're going to repeat the process again, peeling the adhesive at the very top, completely off of the adhesive strip all the way to the bottom. Take it off. And again, aligning both the bottom and the top before we make connection. And with your finger, this process wants to be very slow and deliberate, and then run your hand down the inside where the adhesive is to bring the two corners together. With 3 sides done, we're going to do the 4th side, again peeling the adhesive, and then we're going to bring the corner board into place, again making sure that we have the correct orientation. You already make sure we align the corner. Both the top and the bottom. And again, bring it together. Give even pressure on the entire corner. We're going to go to the 4th corner. Again, removing the adhesive. And bringing the 4th corner together evenly at the bottom and the top. I can't stress enough how taking the time to smooth this down is very important, and making sure that we have the corners aligned is very important. We're going to start with adding the rapid cap to all 4 sides. This wants to cover up the end of the side graphic. Final step in the corners is to take your squeegee and just run it up each of the 4 corners. Our goal here is just to bind the corner cover piece, or what they call rapid cap, to each of the corners, hiding the end plus bonding it to the other corner. The next step is to put your ceiling hardware in place. There are 3 kinds of hardware. This happens to be the ACP grid system. So we're using grid hooks, and we're going to point the hooks so that the open face is to the outside. So we're going to measure 60 inches, which puts us about right there. Again, we're going to put the hooks in and point them to the outside. Our goal with the hook position is to put the hooks in position and have the least amount of angle on the cable. Ultimately, if they could hang straight up and down, that would be the preference. With the ACP hooks attached, we're going to go ahead and run the cable into the ACP hooks on one side, using a partner to hold it on the other. And then we're going to hang the other side. Once the other side is hung, you can go through the process of leveling out the strike point. The next step is to raise it up, and ultimately we want the finished piece to be up here. But for now, we're just going to go through our leveling process and level it up to a point where it is the correct distance from the floor. Once we've got the strike point in position, it's leveled and it's in its final resting place for the short term, we're going to shorten our cables and cut them to their final length. And so we just don't want a lot of cable hanging, and we want it to look clean, where The quick connects are up in the ceiling, and there's very little wire hanging down.